Coming back to the worship which one does, especially during the Navaratri Puja, this sadhana shastra, having followed the doctrine of unity in duality and duality in unity, has the three main points. It's always the three dimensions, the triangular nada, denoting the thrill of the first impulse towards creation, bindu, the infinite potentialities to be unfolded, and kamakala, a manifestation of both Kameshwara and Kameshwari from the central point. The Bhavana Upanishad from the Atharva Veda says that the human body is to be conceived as the Sri Chakra, being the expression of one's own self. So during that puja vidhi, there is Adi Shankara, as we all know, is the one who had turned all the Vama methods and made them all into the Dakshinachara method, whereby one is able to experience through the subtle symbolic method with the yantra of the Sri Chakra. And the same macrocosmic image replicated within oneself as the microcosm. This means that while on one hand the body is to be regarded as non-different from the Atma, the entire cosmic system associated with the body should also be viewed in the same light. This outer system, in its manifestation, rests on Kala and Akasha, Avakasha or Deha, and a combination of the two. As per the text, Sri Chakra can be corresponded in such a way, very important even for the dancer with the body-mind mechanism who has got energized herself with the prana pratishtha as a yantra to carry the aesthetic experience of rasa, is this. The image of the Bhupura, the first line of the Sri Chakra corresponding to the feet, the second line to the knees, the third line to the thighs, and the triple girdle to the mid portion of the body. The Shodashadala Padma, which stands for the region below the navel and up to the private region. The Ashtadala Padma, the navel region or the Nabhi. Chaturdasha, which stands also for the upper part with the chest and the shoulder. The Bahirdasha, the neck. The Antardasha region between eyebrows, Bru, Madhya, and the Ashtara or the Lalata, the 8 triangles. Then to the Trikona, which is the top of the head or the Mastaka, and finally the Bindu opening on the crown of the head leading to Sahasradala Padma, where with propitiation to the various deities, one comes closer to the central point of the Bindu, one comes to the Mastaka portion, the Trikona, where these 15 digits are aligned as 5 each on each part, guarding her as her arms, the Nitya, the eternities, and Lalitā right in the center. So every aspect of Lalitā in the subtle level is experienced through the ritual, through the mantra, through the meditation. And that is why in Dasara, when one starts from day 1 to day 10, every day you worship all these aspects of Lalita, and you come to day 10 when you have got completely cleansed of all the impurities which bind you to the so-called mundane level. Purify yourself and be prepared to again deliver in the mundane world with the blessings of Lalitambika on the 10th day. Now we come to that. Enclosures that compose Sri Chakra are described, as I said, in the Samhara Krama as per the popular Dakshinamurti tradition. Lalita is venerated as Sarvanandamaya Chakra in the Bindu, and she is in Shantarasa. I'm also talking about the aesthetic aspect. Like in this yantra, the Navarasas are placed in various portions. The Nava Avarana pujas happen, and Lalitambika in the center is the Nayan Shanta Rasa. Because that Shanta Rasa, you have come so close to discovering her within your own Parabindu, where she, as I said, opens your doors to Shantam Shivam. And that is when you realize that the changing and the changeless are working together at every point. They are pulsating at the Shiva Shakti Spanda within you. One witnesses as Shiva the changing world drama, and Lalitambika is that point where one is able to get this final beatitude stage. The beauty of Lalitambika, Tripurasundarī, the one who is unparalleled in all the three worlds for what she stands. What is her? The purpose of worshipping Lalita is not only to rejoice in her beauty, to surrender to that beauty, rise above all that would bind you, make you again go through these cycles, and to relish that beauty which exists in every one of us in that silence as the anahata dhvani vibrating in that bindu. So she makes you discover that in the central point of the Sri Chakra. And that on a daily basis is attempted by every upasakar. The Avarana Puja takes you to that. So imagine the time when after generally the Mahapralaya is when Dashara comes. At times like this time it is a different cycle in this year, but again it is after the next following Amavasya. Although her 41 days worship has already started in many parts of the country. What happens is, after that pralaya, the dissolution has happened, one germinates from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, 8, 9, as if it stands for the 9 months in the mother's womb. And the 10th, the birth. So if you are to divide these 15 digits, which we spoke about earlier, as 5 each, what does it mean? It means that the first 5 in the first 5 days, the next 5, and then the final 5. That point when she has emerged as Mahishasuramardhini, removed all the Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, Darshad Varga out, made you cleansed. She has the first 3 days Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, the puja. The Kama Kalakuta ruled by Agni, the first 3. The next three, the Surya Khanda, the Shakti Kuta, and the last three, the Vakbhava Kuta. With the help of the Pancha Dashakshari mantra that is uttered, you are able to rise from the Agni, the Kama in the level of the world, then to the level of the next purification level with the blessing of Mahalakshmi, and then with the blessing of Mahasaraswati, you're able to go closer to that Paranada. If Lalita Mahabindu represents the Paranada, the triangle, which is the first enclosure around the Bindu, represents the second stage or Pashyanti. Sound evolves from the absolute silence, the Shiva Shakti vibration, the Para, becomes the thought in the Pashyanti level. And then the third stage of a whisper in the Madhyama level, in the next enclosure. And then the last enclosure, again expanding into the rest of the yantra, representing the Vaikhari, the manifest in the articulate sound. So here we again talk about the avatarana, the descent, the creation aspect. So having gone to the Bindu, she expands and opens up. The sound becomes the world goes back to the sound. So she represents that cycle. And coming back to how we divide the puja, I told you 5 days, 5 days, 5 days. So at the end of the 10th day, after the Navami and then the Dashami, you are now prepared to go with her as the mother with the new child, and then become united with her on the day of the Paurnami when she is the most effulgent. Which is why the Upasakars do not stop the worship with the first 10 days only. They go ahead with the next 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and the 15th day, and the 16th as well. The letters of the alphabet, as I've said in this slide, called the matrikas, or the source of all phenomenal existence, are also represented in the chakra. So everything from sound, when it becomes the word and then the sentence, the poem, the song, the dance, the painting, the entire creation, everything is denoted by the alphabet matrikas, which are also marked in the yantra around Lalitā Tripurasundarī. And coming to the alphabet, how they are divided again is the Agni, Surya, Chandra form. The vowels constitute the Chandra Mandala, the primary consonants the Surya Mandala, and the remaining the sphere of fire or Agni Mandala. In the microcosmic yantra, the one who's doing the puja, we spoke about how each and every gross body connected with the form of the yantra, and now the subtle body also is connected with the yantra, where you have these 3 divisions called as the Agni Kanda, below the navel, the Surya Khanda up to the throat, and above that, which is the Chandrakhanda. So with the Panchadashakshari mantra, which is the mantra for Lalitā, following these 15 digits, the three divisions are the Vakpavakuta, the Shaktikuta, and then the Kamakuta. Each of these stands for these khandas. So the worship is again the cycle of creation and dissolution, which is the play of Lalita. Above these three khandas is the chakra of Sahasrara. And that in the puja of the Dashara puja, one actually gets into the most sublimated level where the Sahasrara is experienced at the Paurnami following the 10th day. Of course, those who are keeping the dolls or the worldly significance of Navaratri, showing that each and every aspect of creation is none but Lalitā. Every manifestation, every movement is nothing but her. We have all the aspects, the most deified form of the Lord, and an extremely simple form. Any form that is in our visibility can be kept as a doll. Why? Is to again signify that it is her presence in every manifestation, every form. You take even something which we call as a non-living object, yet you break it, there is this vibration of its atoms. So every part of inanimate and animate is Lalita. And that is why you have arranged them. Again, there is an order, a discipline, which is as per the Shastras, which is given to us. And then at the 10th day, this world drama has ended. The germination from the seed, the 9 months, cleansed of all your prarabdhas, you take a new birth on the 10th day, and then you are now prepared as a new raw child to taste that Brahman Swarupini as Lalitā. So Navaratri signifies this journey in our souls from the tamasic to the rajasic to the sattvic states towards union with Sri Lalitā Tripurasundarī. In this play of numbers, the goddess Lalita as the day 1, as Samkhya, as the play of numbers is called, she is Ekam, she is Sri Mata. As Dve, she is Surya Chandra. As Trini, she is Saraswati Lakshmi Parvati. As Chatwari, she is Para Pashyanti Madhyama Vaikhari. Vaikhari is the articulated heard sound. As Panchama, she is Panchendriya. I think we spoke about each and every of these aspects in depth and elaboration. As Shat, she is Shat Chakra. As Saptama, she is Sapta Dhatu, the inner sheaths in us. As Ashta, she is Ashta Dik. As Nava, she is Nava Narayani. And as Dasha, she is Dasha Akriti of Narayana. And also Dasha Mahavidya. So in Dasha, Lalita is none but the one who is also preserving the entire universe. And as Narayani, she is Narayana in the feminine form. There are many devout upasakas who substitute Lalita with Sri Krishna in the Parabindhu, because both are one and the same, as you say, Narayana Dashakriti. From her nails, Nakhotpanna is emanated from her nails, says the Lalita Sahasranamam. So in Dasha, you visualize her on the 10th day as the one who is the Shakriti of Narayana, and the Dasha Mahavidyas, one who is worshipped as Tara, as Kali in all her various forms. Of course, there are three kinds of Vidya. The Mahavidya worships the Dasha Mahavidya, the one I have been talking to you about, the Sri Chakra or the Sri Vidya worship is also most common, most popular to the householders. And there is a third variety which is only for the ritual worshippers. Thank you so much. And if there are any questions, you may please go ahead and ask me. And I think a subject like this, which is delving more on the metaphysical aspects of Lalitambika, of the worship of the Sri Chakra in the Dasara time and also after the 10th day, was a humble attempt by me, thanks to the textual references, whereby in this most challenging time, if we can take any one part of it and try and concentrate on that, surrender to her every day of these 9 days, awaiting the 10th time when we can rush to the mother, hold her feet. She is going to, as Rajarajeshwari, take you on her lap and promise to you the best life possible in this Janma, and also promise to you that if you are her most beloved, obedient, loving child, spreading her message of love through your action, through your thought, she will promise that she will be able to deliver to you that moksha as well. Namaskaram. Thank you.